Well, folks, you know, one of the worst things about this COVID-19 pandemic issue for Akila and I is on these long trips along these back roads and U.S. highways that are so pretty. All the roadside ice cream stands are closed. It's a major inconvenience. I don't know if we're going to be able to survive. Well, folks, we switched to the Hurricane Campgrounds in the Mount Rogers recreation area. This is a really nice campsite. Its only down part is that it's right next to this river or stream, whatever you call it, and it has a tendency to flood during thunderstorms, which is what it's doing on the way here. So the water's all brown and muddy, so I assume that the thunderstorms have come and gone. But this is the map of the campground, and we lucked out and we got this campsite way up here. We're way up away from everybody. There's a bathroom right there. I'm not sure if they have showers or not, but I don't care. We're having a good time. It is pay for your thing, but here's a good map of the campground. Like I say, we're way up here, which is really nice, and there's lots of nice trails around here we're gonna try to get into tomorrow. Boy, there's a lot of reflection here. We're gonna try to get up to Commerce Creek Falls. We'll have a good day tomorrow. And here's one of the bathrooms, so let's go check out the bathroom while Akila sits in the car and waits. He's being real good. This is the men's side, no smoking in the bathroom. And it is open. And it is exactly like the other bathrooms at the place we just came from, except it's clean and it's nice and it has a real shower head and a soap dish. Woo. That's high class in my opinion. So very nice. The toilet is out of order. I assume that it stopped up. So much for the bathroom tour. Let's go check out our site. I'll show you where we are. Just another quick look at our campsite. We're tucked back in the woods. We're on this circle. Our nearest neighbor is pretty near, right over here, where Akila is kind of like walking. You can see the post there with the number on it that says reserved. He's gonna go check it out. But otherwise, the only bad thing about being up here is that there's no water up here, although it'd probably be just as easy to walk into the stream and get Akila his water, which is the only reason I need water. But we got this neat little center thing. And the bathhouse is right down there. There's a set of stairs that goes down to the woman's restroom. The men's, you have to walk around the building. I don't understand that. Gender inequality, of course. These are campsites. I thought this one would be a nice campsite for us, but that's reserved. The upper part is just level enough, and it's got a lot of room, a lot of driveway for the car to park. I'm going into the sun, sorry, but this is a nice campsite for a little mini trailer. Here's one right in front of us. Really doesn't have any room for a trailer or anything. It's just room for a car to park. And then there's the picnic area there. And then below the picnic area is a tent platform area. But the problem with that is right below that is the tent platform for the site below it. And then that's their picnic area. And then that's their parking area way over there. And I think that might be a host site because it's got a power pole. Nobody's got power poles, and it's right next to the water, and it's got an attachment for water. So I think that's a host site. So this seems like a nice quiet campsite way away from all the kids and everything else, but the cars come up that loop all the time looking for a campsite. It is Sunday night, 4th of July weekend. I don't know how many people have Monday off versus Friday, but I was counting on all these spaces being open because people go home Sunday nights, and I think we lucked out. Again, looking at the reservations, it looks like, thank you, dripping all over my feet. It looks like half of the sites are reserved. A lot of the sites are reserved tomorrow or Tuesday. I think we'll be okay here. We're gonna get out on the trail and do some hiking. It's really dinner time. It's about 5 o'clock. We weren't too pleased with Beartree Campground. I hope I didn't give too bad a review on last week's video, or 2 weeks ago video. It's a beautiful facility with a lot of really nice stuff, but most of it's closed down. I mean, it's pretty bad when you have 78 campsites and they're all full. And, you know, that's at least 2 people, usually 4 or 5 people on most of those campsites for this holiday weekend. You get all these families. Some of the sites had 5 tents on them. And they had, you know, a whole family of kids and all their friends. And yet 2 bathrooms were open. And that's two stalls for men and 4 stalls for women. So that's not proper. That's wrong. So we got out of there. Luckily, we get up at 6 o'clock or 5 o'clock. So I got up and used the bathroom and I was all done. But, you know, as I was going, I wanted to I hadn't really got a good bathroom tour that I wanted to take you guys on. So I wanted to do that. But when I went, there was a line, and I thought that was telling of what it was going to be for the rest of the weekend. So I decided to get out of there. You never know. I might have to go to the bathroom. Usually, though, we're out hiking and lots of nice things here. I'm sitting here watching. There's butterflies and birds and everything around. Let's see if I can catch some decent photos for you. To me, this is the absolutely perfect campsite. We're at the base of a big hill. We've got a really nice, even gravel picnic area. I imagine this is also supposed to be the tent area. But we've got a neat little tiny stream just on the other side of the picnic tables that comes down right next to the campsite. And it's really nice. It's just what I want. This is like the ideal. And, you know, across the way, it's a little hill. Actually, it's a big hill, but, you know, there's a trail that goes down along this creek. Goes down and meets a bigger creek that has a lot of trout in it, I guess. And we are set up wonderfully right here. It's just great. We do have a neighbor, supposedly soon. I don't know when. Most important part of this hike is me having a stick. I don't remember where we were when we saw these before, but here they all blossomed up. What are they called? Bear pine cones or something like that? Bear's teeth? They're pretty neat. These are in the fruiting stage, I guess. This is a cute little path. I don't know if it's a wildlife path or what. He's running through the woods with that stick. There's a lot of trees down here. I don't think we're going to be able to go much farther. These are pretty cute. It's hard to tell if they're growing on the vine that they're standing on. I guess they're growing on the vine, not the tree. The vine came apart and fell on the tree, and they're here. And they're pretty nice, little tiny mushrooms. You know, it's been raining and there's a lot of mushrooms coming up. It looks like a trail goes up here, but it looks like a trail of something with very large claws. I don't think I want to follow it. Sorry, did I bump the mic? I don't think I want to follow it. A couple years ago, when I was a Boy Scout, we would look for thick mats of moss to sleep on. Occasionally we'd find them in some of the places we went to. And it just makes me curious. How long does it take for a log to get so covered with moss as like these logs are? They just look so cool, just so ancient and so natural. We're in an area where the trees have fallen down, and that lets sunlight in, and then the green stuff like the moss and the ferns really take off. Like you can see up in the forest where it's dark, there's hardly anything growing up there because it's so dense with trees. And then down here where there's lots of sunshine because these trees have fallen down. Well, it's not going to focus. But apparently 2 or 3 trees have fallen right here, and that has let in a whole lot of light through the canopy. So things green right up. Mosses and ferns and all sorts of things. The rhododendrons coming up. I'm not really sure what this tag is at the bottom of this tree, but there's another one right about head height, and it says number 6. So I don't know if these trees are marked for harvest. There's a whole bunch of them down here, or if they're for study. I mean, this little one over here has the same thing, little tag on the bottom, and this is number 5, and there's 2 more over there. So maybe they're some kind of a study. Kind of neat things wandering off. I gotta somehow keep him in the frame. He keeps moving. Yeah, stop moving. He's a fast little bugger. Little tiny toad. Okay, my official fire starting technique, though this is a little excessive. We cut up a log and we're standing it around the back so that it gets the heat from the fire. We've got a bag, a grocery bag full of tinder. You know, small sticks, twigs, things like that that I could break with my hand, and I put it in there at the bottom. And then I just lay cut up logs around the outside. And he's working on the other firewood. He was actually helpful. He brought up quite a few sticks for me. So now let's see if it works. Now normally I would do this with nothing but tinder and birch bark or something, but since everything's soaking wet because it's been raining, I'm going to use a little bit of napkin and hope that catches the small wood on fire. Because my trusty match here is running out of fuel. Oh yeah, it's like nearly empty. I have to use this to light the stove. And the trick to making a good fire is to light it once and get away from it and let it burn. It'll take care of itself. That's how forest fires start. It's burning down there. We'll see. Still smoking. It's been a while, but it's still smoking. It hasn't gone out yet. As I said, the wood's got to dry. It's still coming. Bring back in another 10 minutes. Okay, it's slowly getting there. The tinder is burning now. finally in a reasonable amount, and it's getting up to the bigger logs. We will have a good fire in a little while. The tinder all burned away. Now we have just the wet wood smoldering in the ashes, or the coals. So it's still burning. We still have hope. Having all the wood soaked doesn't probably help it much. Let's give it another 20 minutes and we'll make dinner. For tonight's dinner, we're having Mountain House chicken teriyaki. It's one of my absolute favorite meals. I've already boiled the water and poured it in here. And Akila was really excited about it. But let's see how it's come out. Despite the fact that it's 90% salt. I carry 2 of these in case I get stuck somewhere and need food. Personally, it's more than I can eat, but the teriyaki, chicken teriyaki and turkey tetrazzini are like the best in the world. You don't have to watch me eat, but I thought I'd let you know what we're making. And the brat's gonna get some of it because there's way too much here for me. But bon appetit. I'll probably see you tomorrow morning when we get our hiking legs together. All right, thanks folks. See you in the morning.